What up? 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 Cool. Cool. What y'all on? Y'all having a good morning. We about to talk about that, fight card last night. Lot to unpack. We finna kind of deep dive in it, I'm not doing anything this morning. But it was a lot of stuff going on last night that I want to address. So, this is the perfect time to. God. So let's talk about it. Banger of a night. And let me go and say before everybody get in here, I was wrong. I did think it was gonna be a mismatch. I didn't think Lamont was gonna be able to survive like that and actually do more than survive. Actually, make the fight super competitive. So I'm not gonna say I was right about this. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I was completely right. It was it see that should have been considered a knockdown. But Lamont Roach got in there super prepared. He was ready, and it kind of, gave me kind of a different outlook as far as the Shakur Stevenson fight. You can't sit here and chase a knockout and looking for one punch, and what if that one punch doesn't land? And that's kind of the situation that. Nah, Tommy, that was a Tommy, that was for sure a knockdown. That shouldn't have been. That shouldn't have been, not called a knockdown because it was. And him able, him being able to take a timeout was very unwarranted. You can't do that in boxing, because I remember, if you go watch Floyd fight, Crawford he kind of talked about it where he said Floyd took a knee due to a hand injury that was recorded as a knockdown. Floyd didn't get knocked down, but he hurt his hand and he put his hand on the ground, and it was called a knockdown. So that was basically the same situation as far as the Tank fight. That ref, I want to see, does he come out and say he missed the call? Does he gonna say, because that you can't come out and say, oh, if you do that again, I'm gonna count. You supposed to count it the first time. He shouldn't have been allowed to, take a knee during a fight, and he wasn't supposed to go get his eye wiped off by his corner during the round. You can't do that. You can't. And I'm one of the guys that thought Tank would win, so I don't have a dog in the fight, but that's why I can give you guys an unbiased opinion. I can give you guys an unbiased opinion. I thought I can give you guys an unbiased opinion because I don't really care. I'm not. You know, he I don't want to get copyrighted because they sent me a copyright last time I showed one of these little videos, but it was the zone. I don't want to, the fans kind of booed him though. They didn't want to hear that. And and I'm only saying he got robbed because we got two 114s. If that knee gets that when he took a knee, if they get counted as a knockdown, he's supposed to win 115, 113. So he gets a majority decision. Was an awesome bout, no doubt. For sure, Tommy. It was a banger. That was a banger. Surprised me for sure because I did not think Lamont Roach was gonna come game like that. He was very game. And that's all people talking about because that's determining fight. What round it is? 9. Yeah, that was round 9. Oh yeah. Hey, make sure y'all go follow me. Roach should have got the nod, and I thought Tank would win. Y'all see me. That's good. That's me right there, y'all. Yeah. That was basically a timeout. And that's why I feel like, you only as good as your last performance. A lot of people were grilling Shakur or grilling Devin Haney. But when you have a bad performance, and I really got, Devin Haney, he kind of didn't, he didn't hold back. He was on there like, I gotta show you guys. Hold on. I gotta show you guys because you got guys that usually take the high road. Devin Haney wasn't one of those guys last night. He didn't take the high road. You see Bill Haney. See, look, like you got a lot of people that's not going to take the high road as far as, because Tank does kind of talk, he trolls. Devin said I was waiting for the backflip. If y'all know, Tank does the backflip. That was a troll. Where is Leonard Ball? I see, like, we were all grilling, Devin Haney, but he got cheated by a drug cheat. This wasn't a drug cheat situation. You got somebody, life comes at you super fast. 30. Now he has this blemish because he's not unbeaten. He's unbeaten, but he's not it's a blemish there. And I definitely want to see those guys running back. We don't want to see nothing, I don't want to see Shakur right now. And I still think, Shakur wouldn't be mad. And Shakur, he was one of the guys that took the high road, because after that Shakur performance, we seen an LOL from Tank. We seen, a lot of people, Tank will watch Shakur. Well, now I know that my opinion has changed on it because great fight between Tank and Roach. Now y'all can stop knocking my resume over the Roach fight. Shakur said, Shakur said that if Lamont can't get the Tank rematch, he's down to fight, which is thorough. I can respect it. Shout out to Shakur though, because Tank should do right and get a man a rematch though. It shouldn't have to be Shakur giving him a title fight. Yeah, like I feel like they're rough, and he's that rough that they troll for making the funny faces, but he didn't do a good job. That was a shit job from him by not calling it a knockdown and actually giving the man time to go wipe his face. Like I can't allow that. That me personally, I can't. You know, and we tell that guy all the time, oh, he's a good ref. Well, that was a very shit call by him. And that's his name, Steve Willis. See, look, he started to do the count. That was unacceptable by him. Unacceptable. Stylistically, you know, that's why we got to start. You know, we can't just jump to conclusions now. Stylistically, it makes fight. You know, Lamont didn't seen him, you know, twice in the amateurs, and you know, he came very prepared. I didn't think he didn't go out his way and just, you know, try to get hit. You know, I thought he was taking a bad approach by saying, "Oh, my chin is gonna get tested," but he was very defensively sound. So, you know, he wasn't super aggressive. He was boxing, very patient. And I didn't think, you know, he would have that game, but he was very patient. You know, he had a really good game plan. I gotta give him credit. That was oof. The Tank fans for sure went into hiding last night, though. They did. And I said, you know, oh, the Shakur fans is gonna grill him. All the Shakur fans, they were gonna grill Tank. They went into hiding last night, you know. Well, you could say, oh, Shakur, he took an electrician 7 round. Well, he won. A lot of people believe Tank lost this fight. If we just keeping it a stack, a lot of people think Tank lost this fight. I'm not mad to say that, you know, because I had him winning. But I could have seen a situation where you gave Lamont 7-5. Especially if we call it the knockdown. He gets the job done. Now, you know, this is gonna be better from Tank. You know, now he doesn't flirt with retirement, you know, because you can't be out there. You can't be out there and you know, I gotta go. I wonder what they do that they be riding Tank so hard on Twitter. What's his name? Is it A-Side Boxing or something like that? I just want to see what he say. Yeah, here you go. He be trolling bad. Oh, he ain't said nothing. he finna go into hide. Yeah, he said who better on Shakur resume than Frank? Oscar Valdez. Like, what the fuck y'all be talking about? Like, this is terrible. Frank Martin has never been a champion, bro. Let's not discredit Tank right here. Let's not make this about Shakur. But is he gonna post this? Oh, he might not say nothing for a while. But I always see him on Twitter, you know, kind of rocking with Tank. And I'm not mad at that, but you know, you gotta stand on business, your mans. And I'm trying to see, like, you know, look, Lamont, like, he like, bro, don't do that. Cause if you call that knockdown, bro, Lamont really put a lot of hands on. Nah, I ain't never seen that. I'm shocked, you know. It was pretty back and forth though. If you looking at this card here, it was pretty back and forth. I'm not mad at that. You know, Lamont just, you know, he proved a lot of us right. You know, a lot of us wrong. I mean, I can't sit here and say that I was right. Lamont proved me wrong. It wasn't, it's not far fetched for me to say that, I was proved wrong, so I'm not mad at it, and that's what kind of kills me, because this is a guy moving up in weight, not known to be a big puncher. And he went out there and earned some respect from Tank. And that was the big thing I said. If he can earn some respect from Tank, we may have Tank hairstyle looking at him after he just dissed her in front of the whole world. Oh, man. I see it, 114. It's hard to kill a roach. Oh, man. See, I told y'all, X, they were wilding on X about the fight. They were wilding. And he's in a tough situation right now. See, like, a draw is technically a loss for Tank Davis. We just gonna keep Steve Willis up there, because that's hilarious. I feel like Steve Willis was supposed to make a better call than that. Steve Willis, I especially being that he's so, he's been in the game for a long time, and he's usually a good ref. For him to miss that call, because he proceeds to count and then you stop count. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. So I feel like Lamont may got the short end of the stick here. Sad to say, but and yeah. I'm kind of with them. I no longer want to hear this Chris Stevenson. Yeah, I'm kind of on that way. We try to throw guys away from Tank. Oh, Tank. And I said to myself, that's one thing Tank Davis can do, is make a guy that's not the biggest, to be known, to turn him into a star. He did that with Esau Cruz. When Esau Cruz went 12 with him, they just swear that Esau Cruz was the holy grail. Even though I feel like Lamont is definitely a better than Esau Cruz. He just turned Lamont Roach into a star. A lot of people gonna want to see him get a rematch. They want to see him get a big fight again. They basically just turned Lamont Roach into an overnight sensation. They did. They turned Lamont into an overnight sensation. Now it's gonna be real bad if you don't give him the rematch. It's bad out here. You constantly how do you turn a guy into a star like that? I got. Then you got the Tank fans. They're not gonna really say nothing. Oh, they're gonna just say, "Oh, Lamont Roach was tough. He was super tough." But let's keep it a stack, bro. A lot of us didn't think like our ego. Like I like ego. Of course, he got Tank as his. That's this super. What did ego say? What does that have to do with anything, bro? See, sometimes I be feeling like guys got their favorites, and they got. I feel like if you doing boxing media, I understand it is, it's nice to support a guy, but you can't be a fan, bro. You can't have your fan hat on. You gotta be unbiased as possible. You can't do that. 1 second, child. And this isn't no situation where we hate Tank Davis. We don't hate Tank Davis. You know, he was in a situation where it was a cherry pick gone wrong. You try to pick a guy that's gonna make you look good. He gets in there, he's tougher than what you think. Kind of like the situation with Canelo versus Dimitri Bivol. You know, Canelo thought Dimitri Bivol was light touch. He was just, you know, he wasn't gonna pose any resistance, and you know, both guys, you know, prove wrong. You know, prove guys wrong. They showed up with a lot of resistance. A lot of people gonna grill him. See, this is why I would suggest, you know, guys not talking so much. See, this is that's the big story, y'all. That's why we calling it a rock, because you know he was allowed to take a timeout, take a knee, take a timeout, and go put his head, you know, get his face wiped off. Three things I've never seen in boxing. You know, I've never seen it. Oh my gosh, sorry, my little brother. Just laugh. Yeah, we not getting yeah, guys, we not one of those judges gave Tank 5 out of the. Yeah, that's crazy. One of those 5 out of the first. Yeah, and I definitely thought, you know, Lamont Roach got a few of those early rounds. You know, because a lot of work wasn't being done in those early rounds. So I'm just not gonna say, oh yeah, Lamont got dog walked in those early portions. I didn't see it that way. I thought it was up and down, it was close. But I've just never seen a guy take a knee, take a timeout, walk to his corner, get his face wiped off, and then you know the ref starts to count and then stops the count. I've never seen it. I've watched a lot of boxing. I've never seen it. And it should have been called. You know, if we keeping it, that should have been called. And I'm not no, I don't have a dog in this fight. You know, I give Tank a lot of flack because I feel like he don't fight guys. I still I'm not even gonna discredit Lamont Roach because I said Lamont Roach deserved this. He got it, and I already apologized to Lamont Roach. But let's keep it a stack, bro. We thought I personally thought that this guy moving up, who's not a known puncher, it looks like a mismatch, and then it looks bad on you because you make the guy, you let the guy take you 12, and they feel like he got robbed. It's a lot, like. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, Lamont earned a lot of fans for sure, but he didn't get the decision he you know, he deserved. They let Gervonta Davis get away with this nigga took a knee and called a timeout in the middle. That's a fact, bro. Like, and crazy part, if he's if I can't in good faith buy the rematch when they're cheating like that in our faces with the kneel down. But Lamont Roast wants the rematch. QT, he wants that, and I'm not mad at him because after this type of fight, I think he deserves it. He deserves he deserves a shot at Tank again. And a lot of people see, they were in the press conference last night. I was watching. They said Tank ain't thinking about retirement anymore. He's trying to get the rematch, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do this next. I don't see in a perfect world where Al Heyman's like, yeah, we're gonna go fight Shakur or Keyshawn or one of those guys. I just don't see it. After their performance, I don't see, Al just going there and just jumping, and making one of those fights. I just don't see that, So I think the Lamont Roach rematch, it should be next. That's just my honest opinion. And if it isn't, that's gonna be bad on it. Because who are you gonna fight? I'm pretty sure Shakur would wait because he knows a rematch would. That's this wasn't a good look. This wasn't a good look last night, but I made some points, that I want to talk about. We make sure we still. Yeah. So this is one of my tweets last night. Was it a bad decision for Tank Davis to have Coach Calvin Ford as a second? No disrespect to Barry Hunter, but could that be an issue? A lot of people it's, in my opinion, it's a lot of camaraderie and chemistry that you guys are just avoiding, and I know Barry, and that's no knock to Barry Hunter. I think he's still a good coach, but it's a lot of chemistry between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis. And I don't know, Coach Calvin can get the best out of Tank. He can get the best out of him. I don't want to just say that's an excuse, but was it a bad decision for him to leave leave Calvin Ford and make him a second? Because if you look at that press conference, Calvin was upset. He was upset, and I feel like that might not have been the best move. I think that may have been bad leaving Calvin, but I think Tank is only training to counterpunch. He's not training for his full. Yeah, I feel like and that's what changed my QT. That would change my outlook on a Shakur Stevens fight. If you're gonna just go in there looking for a counterpunch to hurt a guy and get a guy out of there, what if you don't land it? And that was my whole analysis on what if you chase that fight? What if you chase that knockout all fight and you don't get it? And that was the time right here. I think it was like the 10th. We seen Tank get super aggressive, and it was too late. He was trying to press for the knockout, but it was too late. Roach was so defensively sound that when Tank tried to press for the knockout, it was hard to get it. It was hard, and then it was to a point where Lamont Roach had already established some respect from Tank. He hurt Tank a few times in that fight. He hurt Tank a few times, so it was a different experience from Tank. Seeing that guy, not a known puncher. So, my apologies. I'm a real guy. I'm not gonna sit here and say when I wasn't wrong. I'll stand on 10 and say I was wrong. I thought Lamont was gonna get washed, but he didn't. Lamont didn't get washed. I can say that. I'm man enough to say that. He didn't get washed. Although I think it could have been a situation where he got washed, but he didn't get washed. Tank didn't do enough. He didn't sit. It wasn't no massive skill gap between the two. Lamont Roach looked like a guy on Tank Davis level. I don't have a problem saying it either. So anyone saying Roach was robbed does not know boxing. You can't do that. We just, and the knee just ain't just determine him getting robbed. You can't take a knee. What did you get this from? Show us the website. Like, show us something. You just showing us some highlighted portion. A knee is not counted as a knockdown in boxing. When a boxing, you can't intentionally take a knee. Yeah, no, QT. I trashed the fight because I'm just thinking like Lamont Roach coming up. This is just another cherry pick for Tank to look good in and knock the guy out and move on. I didn't really give Lamont respect. That's why I apologized to him. I got on a few lives and said I thought it was a mismatch, which I did. And I stand on that. I thought it was a mismatch. Lamont Roach did get better. I did say, I can't say that. He got better since the Jamil Herring loss. The split decision with Hector Luis Garcia. He's gotten better. I give him that. But it's it was still I thought it was a mismatch. I'm not mad enough. I'm mad enough to say that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, he I'm trying to see, like, bro, if it was a slip, yeah. Like, if it's a slip, yeah, nah, but you can't intentionally take a knee. I do know that for a fact. Everybody knows you can't intentionally take a knee. That's everybody knows that. No loss on Tank Davis. Oh my God. Gervonta Davis, hey, and this is why I tell you guys Tank has a crazy fan base, because they saying something about slip, but every time Shakur Stevenson has a bad performance, oh, Shakur's a bum, Shakur's wash, Shakur's ass. We always hear that. Why don't we hear that when Tank has a bad performance? Oh, Tank just slipped up. Oh, Tank just a bad night. All the excuses that you guys have for Tank is never the other way for the other guys. Tank Davis and his, like, and I'm glad that Shakur fans are kind of standing on business. Like, they ain't just letting this slide, because they do let. If Gervonta Davis had fought Vasily on Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur is smoke and mirrors. I mean, I'm not mad at this guy's opinion for that. It may be a little bit smoke and mirrors. I'm not mad at that guy's opinion, because I told you guys, like, back in the day, bro, when Tank honestly supposed to been fought Vasily Lomachenko. And I see why. The 10 minutes is there. I see why. A guy that you really were put in there with to make to make you look good. You get in there and struggle with him. But we gonna let this guy go out there and say, oh, damn, it's easy work. Vasily Lomachenko, easy work. Those guys, easy work. Shakur, easy work. Well, Lamont Roach wasn't easy work. A guy moving up to 35, first fight at 35. This wasn't easy work. And this is probably why I think you shouldn't flirt with retirement. You shouldn't flirt with retirement. A lot of people, this is a situation where you cherry pick, and that cherry is a tad bit tougher than you think. Why is she yelling? I think she might hear me yelling and trying to compete with me yelling, y'all. This is a guy, good battle from Roach, but Tank Davis don't got a lost on his record. Nah, best believe it's coming. I know y'all trying to protect that over. It's coming. And y'all want to know who's really trash and trolling? You might not even believe it. Ring Magazine was trolling the hardest. They were trolling. They were trolling bad. Ring Magazine was trolling bad. And I'm not, and you guys don't know who Ring Magazine is. That's Turkey Y'all Chic. They were trolling. Devin Haney, Chris Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, all them boys would beat Tank. Now we're not getting none of those fights right now. That was a good shot. See, I told you the other time he earned some respect right there. He earned some respect. You can't voluntarily take a knee. I've just never seen that. We're not letting that pass, y'all. You cannot volunteer. If y'all let him, make sure y'all like the live for me. That's all I ask. Like the live. That's it. If you pull it up, like the live for me, so everybody can see this, and we can talk about this, make sure everybody know what was going on. Yeah, the wealth, I don't know if he should get fined for that or something, but I don't know. Like, Steve Willis, bro, you gotta be better. The last time Tank fought a guy with high IQ was probably Gamboa. This is like Earl being kept away from southpaws. Floyd took a knee. It was a knockdown. Floyd most definitely took a knee that caused that a knockdown. Why not now? This is a bad look, for PBC. I feel like, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of decisions. You can't fuck up. They always fuck up. Like, they're gonna fuck a decision up. They're gonna want to push for that rematch. Motherfuckers are always money involved to where I can't. Lamont didn't do enough. We can't give him the decision. That's the time where we gotta hold the ref responsible, bro. Like Steve Willis, bro. Like, and of course he's not gonna come out and say anything. He's not gonna. I was wrong. My man Steve Willis just lost his GOAT status as ref. Steve Willis, yay. You can't fuck that up, Steve Willis. Yeah. That PBC can't risk. PBC couldn't risk Tank losing like this. And I feel like Steve Willis is usually a good ref, but this was a missed call by him. I don't know why he acting like if he called the fight that he won't get booked again, or he can't. You're a high level ref. You're gonna get called in. Probably not by PBC for a while, but you're gonna get called. You're gonna get called. This kneel down was worse than Rolly Barrios. Yeah, they did Barrios bad in that fight. That's kind of when I knew Rolly was just like, yeah, he was a bum. That Barrios fight, oh gosh, hated it. I just can't respect this, I can't respect it. You know, and now, you know, people usually used to disregard, you know, Steve Willis being a little ass having a little issues, but now they're gonna make that the meme of the century because you miss a call like that. You can't. Steve Willis tell me, see that Steve Willis is a real good ref, like, you know, he's a real good ref. So, you know, it's bad that, you know, he misses a call like that. I ref, yeah, and Steve Willis is mic'd up. You can't say, oh man, that's we're gonna call it next time. That boy up early on dirt. Oh yeah, I'm definitely up early. Oh man. Even his delusional fans starting to say Roach Jack and LOE on Roach. Now that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna say Roach can whoop Shakur Stevenson because he touched up. Roach can beat Shakur because he touched up Tank. We're not doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not doing that. Just because Roach had a good performance, we're not gonna say, oh, he'll whoop Shakur Stevenson. Because I was just like, yeah, Shakur Stevenson might not be enough for Tank. You know, he might not. Nah, it changed my whole opinion on it. You go, I see why the timidness in there with Shakur. I see why it's timidness. I see why Devin Haney, those guys, I see why it's timidness from him and his team. I see why. I see why it's timidness, and those guys, you know, I feel like, you know, they would actually make a fight competitive with Tank. I do think Roach. Facts. Oh, Shaky Foster doesn't have enough thump, you know, and I think, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Roach get become unified after that. You know, PPC needs some stars, and if they smart, they definitely invest in Roach because, you know, fans seen what happened. We saw what happened. If y'all make sure y'all like the live, bro, so everybody can see this. Like the live. That's all I ask. But yeah, Shaky Foster. Shaky Foster, Lamont. I wouldn't mind that. Look, I'm glad they chose Steve. And guys like that, I do think Roach should get it. Yeah, Shakur already said that he will fight Lamont Roach if Roach gonna be unified before Tank. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, nah. But you know, Shakur already said that he's willing to make the Lamont Roach fight, you know, if the rematch can't happen. Which the rematch is gonna happen. PBC, they see the money, you know, they just seen what happened. A lot of casuals seen what happened. So they're gonna be enticed. They're not gonna be just happy to just and you know in a rush to go put him in there with Shakur Stevenson after this performance. And Shakur could look like trash in his next two, but after what just happened, they're not gonna let Tank go in there with Shakur. We might not see Tank in there with somebody of high echelon in a minute, you know. But that's why I say, guys, you can't flirt with retirement and think you're gonna do high level and fight high level boxing. You can't be halfway in your silk sheets trying not to go run. You can't be like that. Can't be in your silk sheets rolled over and then be like, yeah, I'm still gonna go box. Cause it's a young hungry guy out there. He don't got silk sheets. He's still waking up at 6 a.m. to hit his run. He's still hungry. He ain't got the money you got. And that's why, you know, that's why I always say when you halfway into the sport and you halfway out, it's definitely a high chance you putting yourself into losing. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Everybody like Steve Willis is no longer the GOAT. Y'all here, make sure y'all like the live, dog. Like the live. Let's see what Lamont wrote. Like they got Lamont Roach trending, you know. And this is what Tank does. Nobody knew who Lamont Roach was really. You know, if you wasn't a hardcore boxing fan, you know, you didn't know who Lamont Roach was. This is the same thing that happened with people. Remember this, man. This is why I didn't like people. I hope they don't fuck it up for me and make me not like Lamont Roach, because I like Lamont Roach. They made me not like Esau Cruz because they put it on, you know, a high echelon. Okay, the difference is Esau Cruz was never a champion before he fought Tank. Okay, Lamont Roach has that nod that he was a champion, so that's respectable. But don't make it like it's the end all be all for guys to get a Tank fight. You gotta beat Lamont Roach. You gotta go in there and stop Lamont Roach to get a Tank fight. You got to. Don't do that. Do not do that. I do not want to see Tank fans doing it. You gotta beat Lamont Roach to be considered the best, because you guys thought he was gonna wash Lamont Roach. And everybody like to do that with Tank's victory. Oh, Frank Martin was his next up. Tank just made it look so easy. Well, why Frank Martin duck Shakur Stevens? Y'all always like to do that after Tank. You know, a guy looks good against Tank, he's the next end all be all. But y'all forget he really was a cherry pick to make Tank look good. Y'all, what a fight, man. Oh, yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a fight, but it was. Shout out to Lamont. You know, Lamont definitely gave us some news and chance to make a lot of money. So shout out to Lamont. You know, but you're gonna have guys like, I like this Lamont Roach guy. Shakur can't beat Lamont Roach. Devin Haney can't beat Lamont Roach. Then you're gonna start hearing that. Oh gosh. We ain't trying to, they'll copyright you, boy. So you gotta watch out for them, y'all. My bad. I ain't on that today. Lamont Roach just said, oh, yeah. If y'all go watch the press conference, bro. If y'all go watch the press conference, y'all will die laughing. Because Lamont Roach just said Tank. Tank told him in the 2 round, they not gonna give you no decision. Well, everybody knew that. I think Frank Martin is done. He in a weird spot. Can't make 135 and not a real contender. Yeah, like he's too big for 35, and 40 is super tough for Frank. But you know, Frank talking about, I want to spin the block and fight Shakur Stevenson. If you was scared then, why? If you was scared then, you know, what make you think you know we scared now? Oh, because Shakur look bad. I don't know why that you guys, because we always let that go in. A guy looks bad against certain. Okay, cool. But you guys are timid to get in there with the guy. Like Frank, let's not forget, you guys. Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson were in negotiation. Frank Martin was slated to make his highest earning ever in a fight with Shakur Stevenson. You know, we can't let guys get away with this. Frank Martin pulled out. You know, and I try to get on Shakur, but I can't be guys duck the guy. Zapata ducked him. George Kambosos ducked him. Frank Martin ducked him. Who else? A lot of guys go out their way to avoid that guy, and I don't know why. Because y'all always say the same thing. Oh, he ain't got no power. He got brutal hands. Well, why everybody goes out their way to avoid him? That's what confuses me. If he's not that good, he's right for the picking, you know. Why do guys go out their way to not fight him? Like, it should be easy work. Go on, beat him, shut him up, and we can read the sport of Shakur Stevens. All I hear is you guys say, you know, I see Tank fan. Oh, Shakur's a runner. But Tank was running. Tank was doing a lot of boxing in that Lamont Roach fight. A lot of back foot action. Nobody said he was running. Hold on one second. Lamont Roach was actually trying to walk him down. Yeah, like we seen Lamont Roach pushing forward. You know, we seen a lot of back foot action from Tank. A lot of boxing. It wasn't no him coming forward. And when he realized, and you know, you heard some they in the press conference last night, you know, they talking about some. So, and when in the 12th round, Tank thought it was the 8th. You can't be that locked in. And it's both as far as both of his trainers, his second Coach Calvin and his head trainer Barry Hunter. Why ain't y'all telling him what round it is? Why not? Why aren't y'all? Yeah, Lamont was definitely. I'm more. Yeah, I feel like he earned some respect. He earned some respect. He's getting too lackadaisical in there, as you would say. Yeah, like how you forgetting what round it is? Nobody forgets what round they in as far as in they fight. Like who does that? I feel like that's I just feel like it's they gave Lamont Roach the short, and I'm one of the guys that that had Lamont Roach losing. So I can sit here and say, see, this is why I keep like when I talk boxing, bro. Like if I don't like a guy, I wouldn't. I'm still not because I told you guys like me personally, I always felt like Gervonta Davis wasn't fighting high level competition. I always said that, and I still stand on that. Like Lamont Roach not no pound for pound guy. He wasn't number one at 130. If we just keep he wasn't number one at 130. If I'm not mistaken, it's Navarrete. Roach is talented. Don't get me wrong, but it's guys out there that's better than Tank. Like Keyshawn Davis, like we let Tank call Keyshawn Davis super easy work, but I don't know. Yeah, Shakur is a 3-division unified champion that just gets knocked over. Yeah, nobody says anything about that. Tank's never been unified. I can stand on it and tell you guys, Tank's never been unified. This was dirty right there. I'm glad he touched him. Oh man, we seen yeah, Lamont Roach got in there and he was calling guys out in his press conference. Couple YouTubers. They don't know shit about boxing. That's what he said. I bet y'all can't guess what. Look, me hair and trolling, but Roach lost the hair. Lamont Roach can fight, folks. This was a knockdown, y'all. That's a knockdown. In every commission, that's a knockdown. Now that was Lamont Roach. He earned some respect, and that's why Tank wasn't just able to just walk through him, put his muffs up, and stop him. See the difference in that Frank Martin fight. Frank Martin was on the back foot so heavy he gassed out. He moved too much. Lamont Roach didn't do a lot of unnecessary movement. He moved. He was moving his hands and catching, shooting. He was more of in the pocket. He didn't get on the back foot. That's why I told you guys Tank was on the back foot. A lot of people didn't say, "Oh, Tank was running." They say, "Oh, Tank's just boxing." But if there's another guy, we're gonna consider it running. You guys can't be halfway with Tank. When Tank's on the back foot boxing, he's boxing. But when Shakur Stevenson is on the back foot boxing, oh, he's running. Stop doing it. Like we gotta, if we're gonna fix the sport, it starts with us. Stop doing it. Ain't nobody gonna forget what they saw. Like, look, nobody's gonna forget what they saw. And that's the same thing with Devin Haney. Devin Haney was trolling, and look. I got you. See this. I love being on live. I can go straight to it. I want you guys to see. Cool. Devin Haney, Devin Haney was trolling. Look, I was waiting for the backflip. Look what they say. Boom, they, somebody laugh. Boom, you didn't land your last backflip. But that's not. You see how the fans, they don't even credit Ryan Garcia was hot. He missed weight. He was dirty. None of the things that Lamont Roach did, because he wasn't hot, dirty, or missed weight. A lot of people don't hold Ryan. See, this is what I told you. A lot of people don't hold Ryan Garcia to the standard that he popped hot. They don't care about it. They just know he beat Devin Haney. And that's why I said, people are not going to forget what happened. We're not going to forget what happened in this Lamont Roach fight. We're not going to forget that. So now soon as you see Tank trolling, you're going to see a lot of this picture get popped in there. They said my boy Tank was on some Game of Thrones shit. He bent the knee. Y'all ever seen Game of Thrones? This is what you call bending the knee. That was crazy. Like, and I'm glad because I get a lot of Tank fans in my comment section, bro, on videos I drop defending that man. And I always just stood on the context of I don't think he's fighting the high level guys. He fights the Eastside Cruz, and if it's a good fight or it's a competitive, Eastside Cruz becomes a high level guy when he was never a high level guy in the first place. Fucking Hispanic Uber driver. I'm just being real. Now Lamont Roach is considered high level because he lashed in there with Tank when, in all honesty, you see what happens? Y'all pause. Yeah, for sure. Pause. Yeah. Y'all wilding, bro. Tank fans think that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Finally, Tank fans think Rolly is high level. They're gonna make every Tank fight seem like the guy was credible. Like, oh, he fought Leo Santa Cruz, bro. Leo Santa Cruz is 118 pounds. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. You wait till Lomachenko was 36 years old to call him out. Like, and I stood on the hill for a long time. Like, bro, Tank isn't fighting high level guys. And that's not that. And that was just, a lot of people like to go in what about Shakur Devin and Tia? Well, all three of those guys are younger than Tank by at least 4 years, 5 years. Tank's the old head in the class. In high school, you might be taking English 2, English 1, you in English 2. I'll just say English 2, but you might got an older guy in your English 2 class. I'm telling you, that's what we seeing here. He's 31. Like, I'm not trying to. They love to say Leo. Thank you, bro. Leo Santa Cruz, bro. That's one of the wins that really get under my skin, bro. Like, let's not forget, bro. Leo Santa Cruz used to duck Gary Russell Jr. Fun fact, you guys know Tank Davis was supposed to fight Tevin Foreman. Never matriculated. So, like, in I think it was about 2017, 2018, Tevin Foreman, I think he had, he was a champion. I think he might have got Tank's IBF title when Tank lost it on the scale. So, boom, Tank, I'm thinking, he's going to fight Tevin Foreman. It's a unification. Both guys don't really like each other. They got the arguing in the lobby. I'm pretty sure everybody remember they had to hold Tank back. That fight didn't get made. Why not? Tevin Foreman's a guy with limited punching power. Why did, I heard somebody say, oh, yeah, Tevin Foreman tried to outprice himself. Okay. You know, so I just want to see how the Tank fans, you know, the Tank fans, explain this. See, this is who I'm really waiting on to say something. Cause I don't even say nothing to the guy, but I see him. Look, Frank is better than anyone on Shakir's record for sure. Y'all see that? Frank is better than. You see how we just lie? You see how we just lie? Frank not better than Jamel Herring. Come on, bro. Like, Frank ain't never did nothing in the sport but be attached to Earl Spence. Like, why we acting like Frank Martin is just high, super high level? Like, how can Frank Martin is better than, like, Frank ain't better than, Frank might not be better than Christopher Diaz. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen fans so delusional. Like, you see, like, y'all see what the Tank fans say? It's worse than, yeah, it almost might be worse than, nah, Brady has some, oh gosh. Brady got the old heads in the chokehold. I can't sit here and lie to you, Mr. Neezy. Brady got the old heads in the chokehold. Tank got everybody else in the chokehold. Bro, if I'm just being respectable, bro, like, come on, bro. Tank is the new Canelo. No matter how bad he loses a fight, he won't lose a decision. All the casual. And that's no, I'm not trying to discredit Roach, bro. Like, he did fight a good fight. But don't act like it wasn't a mismatch announced beforehand. The odds was minus 1,600. So if you go bet 1,600 on Tank, you win $100. If you would have bet $100 on Lamont Roach to win, you would have got 1,000. I think it was plus 900. Like, all those guys that you just named, they're more accomplished than Lamont Roach. I want to see Lamont Roach and Shakir now. Like, I would love to watch it now. I feel like it would be good. We can get Shakir versus Lamont Roach now. I would definitely tune in. It would be a banger. I would tune in and watch it. Shakir versus Lamont Roach. Would rather see that than a nobody. I think he should take the rematch though. Lamont Roach was easily Tank Davis. Y'all see what they say? Lamont Roach was easily Tank's toughest opponent. A guy that I thought it was a mismatch. I thought it was a mismatch. Was his toughest opponent. That's just me keeping it a stack, y'all. I thought his toughest opponent, I thought it was a mismatch. And, you know, I feel like, you know, Shakir probably should have. You know, I feel like a lot of these guys always be kind of nice about things, but I thought when you take it, Tank is Roach is a champion, and when Tank is really a. Now we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, LW. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, LW. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I shout out to you for coming and popping in the live. We're not doing that though. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not letting you get in here and start the excuse. What's the word? What up? Yeah, I'm not letting you get here. I'm not letting you get in here and say Tank is over 30. How long he been fighting at 135 LW? Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like you just making the excuse for the man. Don't do that. Don't do that. He was supposed to make quick work of Roach, but he didn't. Shout out to Roach. He was tough. Bro, a lot of fighters then had draws. What the fuck? LOL. Canelo versus GGG. Won. And GGG was supposed to get that win, in my opinion. I feel like his jab was just a tad bit better in that first fight. It's hard to rob. And it's hard to rob a guy that's Tank Mency Roach had the skills. No, Tank just always does that. When he gets a guy, when he gets a guy that he's about to fight, he always bigs those guys up, even if they're shit. Like you're never gonna hear the Roach is a bigger fighter, but fights at 130. I really watch boxing, bro. Here come, yeah. I'm glad they pulling up here because I can son them. Like I can son them, man. Like Roach is a bigger fighter. Nah, Jack. He's taller than Tank, but he's not the natural bigger. Y'all ain't never seen Tank heavy when Tank's walking around out of shape. How big Tank get? Come on, bro. We're not doing it. Tank always bigs up his opponent before pre-fight, and just so he can be like, oh yeah, he was a good fighter, but he wasn't. Oh yeah, Tank did fight at 140 too. Let's not forget that. Yeah. See, look, this is what Canelo versus Triple G won. The judge gave 10 rounds to Canelo. Like, come on, bro. I clearly thought Triple G jab was, So Ramirez and LW, how do you feel about the knockdown around 9? Was it a knockdown or not? This is how you end all that. Was it a knockdown? He fought a 147-pounder, but all of a sudden Roach is yeah, like we just trying to hear you be. Do you know Box Rick? You spelled Box Rick wrong. It's BOXREC. See, you don't even know how to spell Box Rick. I'm Lamont Bennett 140. Okay. Lamont is a champion at 130, bro. Messing me up, fam. You trying to come defend the guy, but it's nothing to defend. Until you answer my question, I won't respond back to you. How do you feel about the 9th round? How do you feel about the 9th round? Was that ruled a knockdown? If you answer, however you answer, I won't respond until you answer that. Shakir told y'all Tank was going to be Frank easy, but he told y'all, Ray Michael, you're right about that. You're right about that, Ray. I give you that one, Ray. You're right about that. I remember that. Nobody gives a about something, and you can't stop middle fight to wipe your face. You can't do that. You can't do that. And until he answered that, we not addressing him no more, y'all. All right. We rock with you. Shout out to the Tank fans, but until you address that, that's how I know, are you a biased guy? Motherfucker said in the amateurs. This ain't the amateurs, nigga. This the pros. They're talking about some in the amateurs. You can get out of here, bro. Come on. Now you see, like, this is why I told y'all guys a long time ago, bro. I've been on YouTube saying that sometimes Tank fans are delusional. Okay, hold on. What do you say? He said it was a knockdown. Well, what did he say to that y'all? Like, look up. Okay, hold on. My bad, Ramirez. I'm gonna look up for you. I really watched boxing. That should have been a knockdown for sure. Cool. So if that should have been a knockdown, it was 114, considered a draw. You call it a knockdown is 115, 113 for those two cards. I'm just saying. He didn't dominate those championship rounds. Let's not do that, Ramirez. You can't call me blind. I can see. Lamont was rap. Get out of here, bro. You got that punching in the clinch. Yeah, when you shouldered me in the clinch, and I hit you, I will hit you too. Come on, bro, y'all. You can't make excuses for the guy. Tank shouldered him in the clinch. When they were clinching and we seen Tank shoulder him and you seen Lamont Roach throw that punch, he was even talking Tank. Yeah, Ramirez, I ain't even gonna lie. You look more like a Tank fan than a boxing fan, bro. Like, you know, and that's his fault. He wasn't as focused. That's his fault, Ramirez. You can't be 50-50 with this shit. Oh, I'm about to retire. I'm tired of the sport. I want to get therapy because my all right, cool. If you weren't in here before I said it, you can't get in your silk sheets and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go run at 8 a.m. and you don't wake up at not even 8, 6 a.m. and you just turn back over. You sleep to 10. But my boy had been working out since 6 a.m. He done got 2 workouts in. I guess. He was even talking. Tank never talking a fight. He was talking because he was getting in his head. Tank was he wasn't getting Lamont Roach out of his game. Why do you think he started trash talking Lamont Roach? So he can get Lamont Roach to be aggressive. Ramirez, bro, you're not talking to no guy that just started watching boxing yesterday, bro. Like, I know I got a small channel, but I built this small channel through like factual information. Tank has maybe one legacy win after 10 years in boxing. And that win constantly keep losing. QT, that win that actually, what I hate is every great fighter then had some type of bullshit controversial loss or draw and came back. LOL. This nothing. I mean, it is something because I mean the right guy didn't get the nod. And this isn't a high level guy, Ramirez. This isn't Devin Haney, the guys that he swear is so easy work. This wasn't Devin Haney. This wasn't T.O. This wasn't Shakur. It's not like this Shakur and Edwin fight was for a title. Hold 1 second, you guys. Let's. It's not like this Shakur and Edwin fight was for a title. Okay. Y'all vibing, bro. Y'all having a good Sunday though. Stop. Hey, stop saying stuff. Stop saying stuff that's not true. WBC World Lightweight vacant title. That fight was most definitely for a title. You looking like a rookie, Ramirez. I subscribe, bro. I can really teach you boxing. I'm just saying how Shakur won shouldn't have won. Bro, like, all right, cool. You saying that the performance was bad, but bro, Edwin De Los Santos didn't just jump in the ring and try to walk Shakur Stevenson down. Y'all want why do casual fans want guys to play rock'em sock'em? You hit me, I hit you. Like, in all honesty, why does boxing have to be rock'em sock'em for you have to be interested? Like your mind don't go that far to where you can tell who's getting hit and who's not getting hit. And then if you calling it a draw, hold on. That fight should be a draw in your opinion. Okay. You saying the fight should be a draw, but Tim Cheatham had it 8-4. Dave Sutherland had it 7-5. Steve White said 8-4. 3 judges had it, you know, Shakur did the work to get the decision. Like these aren't close scorecards. That's 8-4 at 116, 112. This is the closest scorecard, a 7-5. That's the closest scorecard. Like, you know, and you trying to bring up Shakur's, you know, situation where his bad fight, Shakur doesn't have a draw. If Edwin De Los Santos really did the work, they would have gave him a draw. Yo, and Shakur did say Edwin's a great fighter, but don't act like Edwin won because Tank just got put in a tough situation and he just struggled with him more. But don't act like Edwin De Los Santos won that fight because he did. Shakur moved, but he did the better work. We didn't see Edwin De Los Santos cut the ring off. So it's always, oh, he's running. Well, why don't you cut the ring off? Why don't you cut the ring off? Okay, cool. So, you know, I like how everybody used that excuse. He was running. Well, you do got a chance to go in there. I'm not trying to destroy him. I'm keeping it a stack. Like, and technically, I'm not a fan. I don't like Shakur or Tank, you know, as far as my favorite fighter. I don't have a favorite fighter. I just like to see high level boxing. You know, y'all fans try to destroy fighters all the time. Discredit, bro. You just a Tank fan that's kind of in your feelings, bro. Like I understand, bro. I was like that. I'm gonna tell you who I used to be a big fan of. I used to be a big fan of Andre Ward. You know, a big fan. Big fan. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Andre Ward. I'm a big fan of Andre Woods. You know, that was probably one of my. No. You definitely just yapping. I ain't even gonna cap. You just yapping. Shout out to you though. Like you definitely yapping. Mr. Need said, why do all the casuals just want niggas to stand there and watch Tank knock them out? Like that's a fact. Like niggas just supposed to stand there and let Tank hit them. Edwin has no IQ. That's why he ain't been back in the ring since that fight. Like, bro, no disrespect, but no. I'm not, bro. Ramirez, bro. You gotta understand, like, bro. I troll with the best of them, bro. Like, I know. I'm not saying that you bad, gang. I'm just trying to help you understand where I'm coming from. All right. I definitely mess with you. Shout out to you for pulling up. You know, I love when Tank fans get in here and we can talk. And, you know, but you say you're not a Tank fan, so cool. If you ain't no Tank fan, I just feel like cool. If you feel like, yeah, I think that now he might be true about that. He was died. I think that might be true. That blood clot situation, because I heard something like that. See, I'm not one of the niggas that's just gonna argue with you to hear myself argue. If you say something right, bro, I'm gonna tell you right. But if you say something outlandish, I'm gonna let you know you say something outlandish. Ain't no excuse for Tank having a draw with Roach. See. Okay, now we understand. But I love pressure fight. Well, how you like Crawford then? If you like pressure fighters, I'm not someone that's coming to argue either. All right, cool, respect. Cool, shout out to you. All right, Ramirez, if you gonna be like this, and you can, and as long as you won't get delusional about it, and you can understand when somebody's making a good point, and you can admit when you're wrong. Cause I'll get on here and all the time, y'all. I admit when I'm wrong. I don't got no problem doing it. Cause I feel like if you admit when you're wrong, you know, you can grow a genuine fan base. If you one of those guys that's always right, that's how you don't grow a genuine fan base. You know, and that's what we trying to do. You know, that's just that. I just feel like, bro. Yes, I do think. I think Tank, yeah, it was a situation. Tank didn't look his best. That's on him though, Ramirez. You can't be flirting with retirement and trying to fight still. You know, that's like, have y'all seen Rocky when Rocky was, he wasn't worried about boxing, but Clubber. That was like no, it wasn't like a sparring match. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that. I boxed, by the way. Okay, but nah, I'm not gonna say it was a sparring match because that was no sparring match. It looked like they were trying to. Once Tank realized he couldn't get the guy out of there, I don't think he'll get a first shot in the rematch. One second, bro. One second. Okay, my bad. I just had to pull this up. But you saying you like pressure fighters explain a lot. I'm not one of those guys that loves pressure fighters. I'm a sweet science guy. So you saying Crawford is your favorite fighter, but you like pressure fighters. I'm more of a sweet science guy. I like counter punching. I like the hit and not get hit style. If you ask me if I was going to box, what style I would adapt, definitely the hit and not get hit style. Because I don't want to be slurring my words. I don't want to be slurring my words later. I don't want to be. I don't have good motor skills because I've been rock'em sock'em all my life. And that's why I feel like Shakur gets a lot of flack. He's not rock'em sock'em. He's one of those guys that can box and keep himself away from punches. That rubs a lot of casual fans the wrong way because it's not blood, it's not gore, they're not standing in there beating each other up. But since remember is you since you're a boxer, you watch boxing, you familiar with Pritchard Colin, right? That's why I say, it's already the hurt business. You can't play boxing, Ramirez. That's not what I'm talking. Okay, explain that. You seen what happened to Pritchard Colin, right? Like, and that's not no funny situation. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not making that. It's the chance that you can take with all that. And cool. You see what happened? The ref didn't call those punches. So you think I'm gonna go in there and try to be rock'em sock'em when I know this could potentially happen? And the ref didn't call none of those shots. So you understand how far and how I understand the game. Like, I'm not saying you wrong, but I feel like you not understanding what I'm saying. Okay. That was most definitely rock'em sock'em. I'm just not a fan of the rock'em sock'em style. I'm not. But shout out to Ramirez. Let me kind of move on. No, I'm not saying that it was like rock. I'm just saying like I'm saying that the distinction of how bad did it. I'm not saying I'm using an example of you can get hurt. That's all I'm saying, Ramirez. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's the potential of getting hurt. That's why I enjoy the hit and not get hit style. I want those guys to go back home to their families and I know it's entertainment and all, but I know those guys still have lives and kids and all that. But I rock with you. No lie. For sure. Appreciate that. Appreciate that love, y'all. But let's move on. We like an hour and 25 minutes in. Let's move on. Gary Antoine Russell versus Jose Rayo Valenzuela. I kind of felt bad for Rayo, y'all. You know, I feel bad for Rayo. Yeah. And people love Ali, but he got Parkinson, you know, taking all those shots at heavyweight. You know, I feel like, you know, a lot of people hate Floyd, but Floyd still has good motor skills. He can chill with his grandson and troll. I would, you know, prefer the fighters to, you know. And I do understand that you got to be a warrior to get in there, but you know, I don't want to see guys getting hurt because fans want to see gore and they don't understand the sweet science. You still understand the sweet science of boxing, Donna Ramirez. So that's what I want you to like. I want them to understand. Like, you know, it's much more than you know, hit and stand there and trade. You know. Cool. Nah, I don't want to move on right quick. We'll talk about that later. This is the Martin Blander. Yeah. Right. I'm kind of in the middle with that, but all right. So let's talk about this, y'all. So if Tank don't rematch Lamont Roach immediately, do we still hold Tank in the same regard? If Tank doesn't rematch, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't. I try my best not to be biased. You know, I try my best. I don't want my channel to be built up on biasness. Yeah, like I don't want to do that. And a lot of people tell me, man, you should make a lot of discrediting videos. Talk about this guy and say this crazy, lie on his name. I just don't be want to, you know, do that. I rather not. Now, me personally, with my title of this live, I do think Lamont was robbed because if we keeping it real, Steve Willis screwed that up. That's supposed to be a knockdown. You know, you can't go to your corner and get your face wiped off. Me personally, you can't do that. You know, that's kind of why Lamont Roach, he kind of got robbed, but you know, you and I don't like that. I don't like that rule. Oh, you gotta knock the champion out and kill the champion for you to get the win. No, I don't like that, bro. I don't like how, you know, people do that. You got to beat the champion, bro. Nah, bro, Lamont still won. Shakur gonna fight him next. I think they're gonna do that rematch. If Tank don't do the rematch with Lamont Roach, I'm looking at him shaky. I don't care what nobody say, because this is a guy that you really was supposed to, you know, beat him and move on. But he made it closer, and a lot of people think Lamont Roach won. So if you go out there and you go out your way to avoid him and go fight somebody else, you know, and I don't even want to see you fight Shakur Stevenson. I want to see you give Lamont Roach a rematch that he deserves. A lot of your fans think Lamont Roach won. You know, the knockdown controversy. You said you had some grease in your eye, peppermint oil. You know, I ain't. You got the peppermint oil in your eye. I understand. But I do think Lamont Roach should get a chance at this rematch. And if he doesn't, do you guys look at Tank any differently? Yeah, like, oh my gosh. I don't want to get copyrighted, but Gervonta Davis says his next fight will not be a rematch with Lamont Roach after their controversial draw. Yeah, like, come on, bro. Y'all don't think But if Lamont and Shakur fight, Lamont beat Shakur. Nah, I disagree with you right there, Ramirez. We're not gonna use the triangle theory. That's what you can't use in boxing. Just because Lamont Roach looked good against Tank, that don't mean he would look good against Shakur Stevens. You can't do that. You can't do that, Ramirez. All right, let me teach you something. Don't do the triangle theory. All right. Shakur did say he would possibly fight Lamont Roach if the rematch with Tank doesn't happen. Shakur hands weak as fuck. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Like, you know, Shakur looked okay against an electrician. Shakur would look okay with me if I got in there with him on 3 days' notice. I can go in there, y'all, and I don't like Shakur for real. See, Ramirez, I feel like it's more dead with Shakur fans. Like, bro, come on. He too cocky. But Tank's not cocky. I feel like in this type of sport, you gotta be cocky. You gotta be some type of confident and arrogant to go be a fighter. With his big bro Bud. And you know, and if anybody, I think, we just seen Tank don't got the skill levels as Bud. You know, Bud doesn't, you know, guys that don't supposed to be in the ring with Bud don't usually be in the ring with Bud. Shakur don't, LOL. Yeah, Ramirez, I gotta kind of disagree with you right here. Cause I think you just said you don't like Shakur, so I really can't take your opinion on him serious because you don't like him. So it's some disdain there. If you really, you know, what fight Shakur showed you he got levels. I don't think you. Let's go see. I'm trying to see why everybody kills Shakur. Like, what did he do? Maybe because he wants to fight Tank, and a lot of Tank fans don't want him to fight Tank. Is that what it is, you guys? Is that what it is? Like, yeah, I really feel like Oscar Valdez doesn't get the credit. Like, bro, that was for a unified title at 130. See, like Lamont Roach is at 30, right? But Shakur Stevenson was unified champion at 130. No. Artem did get KO'd by Frank. Ramirez, you wrong about that one. See, come on. That was a UD, and a lot of people thought Artem boxed well enough to a lot of people thought Artem boxed well to beat Frank Martin. Ramirez, come on, Ramirez, you got to be tapped in now. I ain't gonna just let you. I'm thinking about giving you a wrench now. You got to be tapped in though. I give you a wrench, but you got to be tapped in. You got to know this. All right. He didn't get knocked out by Frank. Michelle Rivera. Frank Martin did beat Michelle Rivera. He didn't stop him though. He didn't stop him. He didn't stop him though. You know, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, Ramirez. I ain't gonna just let you say anything then. I ain't gonna just let you say anything. Like, and I feel like, you know, we try to. Yes, he did what? Against okay, cool. Oh, Christopher Diaz. I remember that fight. Cool. We beat Jameer here and Oscar Valdez. Cool. Those I feel like those are his best two wins. This Valdez win is a big win. It's probably his biggest win in his career. Probably his biggest win. Down the whole roster. Cool. He turned pro in 2017. This is when he was coming up to get his. This is his first title. Joey Gonzalez. First title shot. First title defense. He's 27. I don't think y'all. I think y'all think Tank and Shakur the same age. Hold on. You look cool. Only thing to equate to levels is knockouts, apparently. Jameer Herring, that's a good win. Oscar Valdez is a good win. Yeah, I don't care about their power, Ramirez. All Tank opponents got power. Leo Santa Cruz does not have power, Ramirez. Like, don't do that. Like, you don't do that. He fighting Mexican construction workers. Now, that's what we don't want to do. Go down this 31-year-old's resume. We don't want to go check that 31-year-old man's resume out. Yeah, I don't feel like knockouts just equate to, levels. Because if knockouts equated to levels, Deontay Wilder would be the greatest fighter in the world. You can't just say knockouts. It's just knockouts. It's knockouts. That shit don't matter. We just watched the guy with not that many knockouts go toe to toe with Tank. If we keeping it real, let me go show you how many knockouts Lamont Roach got. Now you talking about some power? He got 10 KOs. Yeah, Shakur got more knockouts than Roach. Ninja Lamont Roach fight good. No, he don't, bro. He fought him and Shakur resume is probably the same, and he's 2 years older than Shakur. Hector Luis Garcia, cool. Hector Luis Garcia, boom. Jameer Herring, boom. That's 2 wins. Everybody else you don't know really. Those aren't high level guys. We on his box rig. Look. 25-1, 10 KOs. He's 29 years old. He's 2 years older than Shakur. So boom. His best win is Hector Luis Garcia by split decision. That's his best win. And his next best fight was Jameer Herring, a fight he lost to. Now I feel like Top Ranks definitely does a better job in promoting their younger guys. Well, we just said this is Roach's resume. He's 2 years older. Let's not forget that he's 2 years older. So he's been, when did he turn pro? 2014. He's been pro 3 years longer than Shakur. Yeah, Ramirez, don't run from the question. Break down Roach's good fights. Explain to us what are Roach's good fights. Because I just named you 2, and he's 1-1 in all in those. I mean those 3 fights. He fought Tank. That's 1-1. Set up a screen. Now I might start screaming while I let y'all pull up and speak y'all piece. I might let y'all do that one day. I might let y'all speak y'all piece. And I don't know when I gotta just ditch y'all though. I don't want y'all to get on here just tweaking, and I gotta, get y'all out of here. But come on, like he and Lamont Roach's biggest fight for Ramirez, he's 1-1. So he go to 1 draw. That's 0-0-0-1. Okay. Now he's 0-1-1. He beat, they go Jameer Herring 0-1-1. Then if you add Hector Luis Garcia, he's 1-1-1 in those 3 fights. No, you good. You talking and I'm okay, cool. I let you, No, I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about this. Now I'm not one of those guys that won't admit when they're wrong. But this is one of the situations where you kind of wrong it right here though. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, because right now we got Lamont Roach and his 3 best fights. He's 1-1-1. You know, that's all I'm saying. This is he 27, so and he turned pro in 2017. Lamont Roach turned pro in 2014. So it's 3 years there that he has over him. I want you to get that paper, like, I just feel like, I feel like you shouldn't use the triangle theory, as far as in this type of fight. Roach did a lot of good work against Tank, but Tank and Shakur Stevenson have 2 different styles. One's a boxer puncher, and one is a boxer. So it'll be a totally different fight. I just know who better, and what does it determine who's better? Cause Lamont Roach survived against Tank Davis. Okay, so what about what Padley versus Shakur showed? It was a 3-day fight. Like, I don't know what you expect. Like, and he stopped them. Like, what did y'all want him to do? Knock him out in the 4th round, 3rd round? We already know the guys he got bad hands. We know this already, remember. So let's not disregard that. Hold on. That boy got stopped because you boxed, remember. Come on, you seen those body shots. You just said you boxed, man. I'm taking your word for it. You said you boxed. Those body shots gassed him out. And I feel like he would have stopped him early if he would have went to the body earlier, Everybody know, if I told my brother who was watching the fight, I'm like, if he go to the body a tad bit earlier, the fight would have been done in the 5th. That's just my opinion, Okay, cool. All right. So you saying he stopped him out of exhausting? Why didn't Tank stop smaller Lamont Roach? Lamont Roach is a guy moving up from 30 to 35. Why didn't he stop Lamont Roach? Lamont had a count, so that's why he didn't stop him. Okay. All right. Okay. I ain't mad at you. I just like to hear the Tank fans. I love hearing the Tank fans now. Bro, go. You don't think Tank's a big dude? Look at this. I'm not just lying when I'm saying Tank's a big dude. He just in shape now, but he's a big dude. Look at him. Look how big he is. Why you think Tank moved up to 35? He was killing himself to make 130. Just look at this. Like, have you seen that picture? Have you seen that picture of Tank and look. You see how big his right here? All right, cool, bro. You got it. Every time I say something, you take up for him. So you got it, bro. See, that's why I don't really like to have a conversation with Tank fans, bro, because he really can do no wrong. But you got it. The camera angles make him look. This my. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've never. Bro, I say Tank fans are delusional, bro. But this may prove it right here. Like, bro, if y'all think Tank's small, why is he going up to 40 to face Mario Barrios? He's short. I'm not saying he's not a short guy, but he's not a small guy. Yeah, you 6'3", he's 5'5". But I'm telling you, if you catch him when he used to be out of shape, Tank can put a lot of weight on that frame. Yeah, like, bro, it's like, bro, he cannot do no wrong. Like, I can give guys 100% factual information, and they would like back up, make an excuse for him. Like, I want to see a rematch. Well, he's not gonna take the rematch, Ramirez. He already said it. And if your mans don't take the rematch, is he shaky or what? Is he scary or what? Let's get down to it, Ramirez. If Tank doesn't take the rematch with Lamont Roach, is he scary or not? Is he scary or not? Let's hear that, Ramirez. Let's answer. This is a yes or no question. If Tank Davis doesn't fight Lamont Roach next in a rematch, is he scary or is he not scary? Yes or no? Mr. Neezy, you can answer that for me in yes or no format, because I don't want Ramirez to get off track. All right, come on. Cool. I remember is let's not disregard the question. If Tank does not take the rematch with Lamont Roach, is he scary or is he not scary? He won a Reggie belt at 140, I think. Come on, let's not bring another man in this. Let's not do that, because when we talking about one man right here. Let's not bring Shakur in this, because a lot of Tank fans like to do that when you address Tank. They like to bring up another man. We're talking about Tank Davis here. If Tank Davis does not take the fight with Lamont Roach, is he scary or not? Let's not talk about Shakur. I don't want to see what Shakur did. I don't want to hear what Shakur should have took the one. I don't want to hear that. I want to see what you feel about is him. So no, yeah. You got it. You got it. No, we don't have to see who we fight next. A lot of his fans just said he lost to Lamont Roach. You just defend him because you're a fan. Like, his fans just said you just admitted that was a knockdown, right? You said that earlier. You said it was a knockdown, right? That's why I asked you earlier. Was that a knockdown? You said yes, that was a knockdown. Two scorecards had a draw. Two scorecards had a draw. That's 114. Cool. If he doesn't get those two 114, if they add that knockdown, Tank wins. I'm being real. He's the money. I mean, he don't sell 1 million pay-per-view buys or 500,000. He might have did 200,000. No. See, Ramirez, you can't talk to me like I'm just one of these new YouTubers, bro. I'm not. Just because it was 2 weeks before the fight. No, a week before the fight. Not even 2 weeks. They were saying the tickets weren't selling. So of course PBC bought those tickets and resold them. You can't talk to me like I just started watching boxing. I didn't just start watching boxing, Ramirez. I know how the boxing business works. How? And I got my computer up right here doing research. You don't know what I do. Like you talking in circles. I just told you a week before the fight, people were coming out saying the tickets weren't selling. Everybody knew that PBC was going to buy those tickets up and resell them, like they always do. Everybody knows PBC does this. They if it's fight's not selling, they buy the tickets up and resell them at a lower rate, so it looks like a sellout. But come on, bro, come on. Like you're supposed to know this. If you box, you're supposed to know this already. You saying I don't do this, man? Called you clearly don't know what's going on in here in the sport. Like, how do you not know about resale tickets? Everybody knows this ain't the Ryan and Devin fight. I might have to put you in timeout, bro. Nobody is going out that way to say Tank is not selling. You know, you don't have to put you wrong. If you were right, I'll be like, yeah, you right, but you wrong right here. I can read, bro. I'm not one of those guys that's I don't care about being wrong. I just said I was wrong. I thought Tank was gonna stop Lamont Roach in under 6 rounds. I'm man enough to say that. You not man enough to say when you wrong. You just arguing for Tank. I just told you what's going on. That fight was not selling a week before the fight. Ask anybody, you can go look at it. They pulled it up on Ticketmaster on whatchamacallit screen. Was that Blue Blood screen? That was Blue Blood screen. Blue Blood pulled it up. Blue Blood pulled it up and showed us the tickets was not selling. Think bro might have been watching the Blue Blood screen and Blue Blood was talking about it. The fight was not selling. And it wasn't the first fight. I was watching another guy. I was watching somebody else. If you box, bro, you should know they resell tickets. No. New York City dudes, they don't never admit when they're wrong. I do know that. Them up north guys, they don't admit when they're wrong. So yeah, y'all like to argue. So you right. You probably is from New York. I'm from down south, bro. We hold accountability down here. And we're not scared to say when we're wrong, you know. Nah, bro. Even if I pulled up Ticketmaster, bro, you weren't gonna you not even gonna say I'm right. So it's no point. Like, yeah, they say sold out because PBC bought the tickets up. How hard is that to explain to you? Let me say it slow. The fight was not selling a week before the fight. So PBC as a company bought all those tickets up and resold them at a smaller market to make it look like the fight was sold out. That's as slow as I can get for you, Ramirez. Anything else, you don't want to be told wrong. You know, so of course they're gonna say it was a sellout. But if you was tuned in a week before the fight, you would have found out. If you'd have clicked Ticketmaster, the fight wasn't sold out. No, they do that for high level fighters, bro. Sorry, you just didn't know about it, you know. First Take had Javante. Who gives a fuck what First Take had? I'm telling you, they didn't sell the fight out. Why do you think I want to lie on this man for no reason? I'm just gonna let you comment until you can understand. Why do you think I want to lie on Tank for no reason? I just told you I was not a Shakur fan. I'm not a Devin fan. I'm not a T.O. fan. My favorite fighters retired. So I'm just trying to let you understand, like, this is what I be saying, bro. Tank can't do no wrong, and y'all won't admit when he's wrong. So of course he's gonna keep doing BS to us, giving us shit and telling us it's sugar. Cause guys like you. He was supposed to. He was supposed to get Lamont Roach out of there early. If he was as good as everybody, advertised. I bet it real bread. What does that prove? If you bet on Tank to win, it was minus 1,600. High, like, Ninja, you not no boxer. How was he supposed to? And that gives you the right. What's your name? Type your name. We can type in on BoxRec. What's your name? Let's see how good you are. Type your name in. What's your name, Ramirez? Or are you amateur? Are you amateur or are you pro? Because anybody can hop in the comments and say I box. I box. I didn't put some gloves on before. I train. So I thought you just said you. So you're a liar. Do you box or not? Just to stay active and fit. Oh, I box with in my gym too at my job. We got a whole little heavy bag. We got gloves. I work on my jab all the time just to stay active and fit. You just said you box. Do you box or do you not box? Because I train and box too. It's a great way to stay in shape. We have a whole heavy bag at our gym. Bro, you is delusional, bro. Like I like you, Ramirez, but you not a guy. You one of those guys that see one side. Now, imaginary visions, bro, do not want to hear that. We got somebody in here. What's good, bro? First time tuning in. What's up? What does this fight tell you moving forward? Personally, I believe a Keyshawn Davis will give Tank problems if he can handle Tank power. I'm pretty sure. All right, cool. I answer that because I really need to leave Ramirez alone. What this tells me is I see why Tank was so timid to face, Shakur and those guys. A lot of those guys would give Tank a lot of issues. And I always thought, like, bro, it's a reason he's not fighting those guys, imaginary vision, because, it's a timidness. Your confidence ain't there. If you scared to get in there with those guys and you struggle with a guy not like Lamont Roach, no, not to Lamont Roach, but Lamont Roach, he wasn't a world beater. He's not a top pound for pound guy. He's not even a guy that cracked the pound for pound list. This is another guy that's building his name off of Tank Davis, like Esau Cruz. Esau Cruz wasn't known, till he fought Tank Davis and went 12. But you got Tank saying that Keyshawn Davis is easy work. You got Tank Davis saying he's easy work, but you struggling with Lamont Roach. No, bro. I don't mind going back. That's a solid take. My bad if you already addressed it, but taking a knee for the blue magic and see, I'm arguing with a Tank fan, and I'm arguing with a Tank fan, but he don't see it that way. If we calling it a draw, 114-114, that knockdown should have been scored by Steve Willis. I feel like that was a very amateur move from Steve Willis. Being that he's been a vet in the game for so long, you shouldn't be missing calls like this. You shouldn't be missing calls like that, in my opinion. Imaginary visions. Like Steve Willis was supposed to make that call as a stoppage. Tanking is an example of how good PBC. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. All the PBC guys that go over there and fight across the street, they get their ass beat. Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, Adrian Broner. When they actually take a big fight, they get their ass beat. you know. I'm not even gonna reply, bro, to bro in here, cause I'm trying to keep it like a good conversation. Like, I'm not no delusional guy, bro. I didn't I didn't say Tank was exposed. See, you that's how I know y'all mad about his performances, because you saying stuff I didn't even say. See, now you just got kicked out because you don't know what you're talking about. See, that's why you got kicked out. Like, and that wasn't me who kicked you. Like, we not just arguing with you for no reason, Ramirez, bro. You gotta do better. Like, this is what I be talking about. Bro, what I realized in life is when someone is biased towards who they like, you cannot change their mind. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. You cannot change a grown man's mind when he's biased about something. We see it with the Chiefs. We see it with Tom Brady. We see it with Patrick Mahomes, Michael Jordan. When somebody got somebody's penis in their mouth, there's no changing their thoughts. There's no changing their thoughts, bro. That's why I hate arguing. That's why you would never hear me. If I told y'all my favorite fighter, you can't say nothing. He's retired. My brother knows who my favorite fighter is. He's retired. My favorite fighter is retired. So you can't say I have any biasness in the game. I don't. I don't have biasness in the game. You know? Yeah, like, you can't have biasness in the game, like, bro. That I don't like that. Yeah, bro. I've never heard someone say, you know what, you're right. People just be delusional. Like, bro, I just literally argued with that man for 30 minutes, bro. He talking about I box, bro. I box. I asked him, bro, what's your name so I can type your name in boxer? He like, bro, I just train. Bro, get out of here, bro. You trying to sound cool. Like, you just trying to sound cool. Like, and I was thinking about giving her a wrench, y'all. Like, because I need guys like that. I don't want everybody in my chat and my subscribers to agree with everything I said. Like, bro, I just don't like that. Nobody, that man really got in here and basically played fandom for a grown man that doesn't even know he exists. What should Tank do next to redeem himself? Run it back. If he don't run it back, we on his top. Like, we on his helmet. Like, we on his helmet. And he don't gotta fight Shakur David. No, you don't gotta fight those. Just rematch Lamont Roach. Cause we know Uncle Al ain't finna let you jump in there with no Devin, Shakur. Uncle Al not about to let that happen. After that, nah. Uncle Al's not finna let that go down. All you gotta do is rematch Lamont Roach. And he's already flirting to myself. Probably not gonna rematch Lamont Roach next. Why not? Why not? What's I wonder what's lined up then? Cause I watched the press conference, and that's why I said, like, he said, is the rematch probably not gonna happen next, which be some pushy shit. Excuse my language. Super soft. Like, yeah, like we let Tank call everybody trash, you suck, you easy work, but you can't get in the ring with none of the guys you call easy work. Like, then you got your fans hopping somebody comments, glazing out of their minds. Like, bro, come on, bro. Tank make me think he was. Jake Paul would beat the brakes off Tank. And I don't even like Jake Paul. He's just too big. Gonna beat the brakes off Tank. That I don't like that, bro. I'm not with that, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be one of the guys that, oh, you just the guy that don't like him. No, I just don't like when guys don't see rational things. Everybody being so irrational about the guy. I told y'all a long time ago, he's not fighting guys. Everybody killed me then. I told everybody, guys make their name off fighting him. Lower level guys. Like Eastside Cruz wasn't shit. Was a Mexican Uber driver. Cab driver. He got on by beating, staying in the ring with Tank for 12. Lamont Roach just basically made a name off of getting a draw. And the guy talking about some, oh yeah, that wasn't no. Now everybody know who would be Tank, bro. I know who would be Tank. We on his helmet. Yeah, if he don't fight Lamont Roach next, we on his helmet. No, I ain't God. Don't do that. I'm a Christian man, bro. Don't do that. Nobody's God but God. You see, all right, hold on, slow down, Ramirez, before we put you back in timeout. Hold on. I'm man enough to say I thought Tank was gonna stop Lamont Roach in 6 rounds. See, you just get in here and overdo it. Whoever, just give him a second, because I really want to explain to him, because he's close. He one of them fans that he one of them fans that you gotta just help out. This is kind of how the Earl Spence fans used to be. Y'all, if y'all been in boxing a little minute, the Earl Spence fans, the Pac-Tards, y'all know what the Pac-Tards is? The Pacquiao fans, y'all don't even remember that day. See, that's how I know y'all really ain't boxing like me. Like, bro, I've been on YouTube boxing for a while, like before I made my channel. Like, if you ever seen a Pacquiao fans, oh my God, that might have been worse than Tank fans. They might have been worse than Tank fans. And Ramirez, you saying, oh, you thought Tank was gonna win, so you don't know. That's how bad Tank is, because this shit was a mismatch. Guy coming up from 30 to fight Pac-Tar. Yeah, QT, see, Pac-Tars. Pac-Tars, see, that QT, you should know I'm tapped in just like that. I watch a lot of boxing just by off that. You should know the Pac-Tars, bro, unreasonable as fuck. You can't be like that, bro. Like, stop trying to. You gonna make Tank unlikable because you not. Bro, Tank fanboy would have said Tank won. Yeah, okay. So what you saying? Before y'all kick him out, give him a second, y'all. Let I'm not gonna say nothing because he said if I talk over him, it's gonna look like I'm winning. I'm not trying to dominate the conversation. Yeah, Floyd slept good last night. Floyd slept so good last night, imaginary vision. Floyd slept amazing last night. Don't kick Ramirez. I want to hear what he got to say. They gave it a draw because of the fights that's lined up. If you wondering why, okay, yeah, I feel that. Like when Jack Catterall fought Josh Taylor, I told my brother, like, bro, Josh Taylor is about to unify Nick or fight T.O. I think Nick. So probably not gonna get Jack Catterall this win, even though Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. Appreciate that imaginary vision for the subscribe, bro. Shout out to you, bro. You the GOAT. Ramirez, bro, you're not telling me something I don't know. They always rob guys to protect big fighters, like, unless, Yeah. That fight was a draw because it was a draw. Now, if he called that a knockdown, Mr. Neezy, it wouldn't have been a draw, but they missed it. Steve Willis missed it. Tank get that knockdown. That knockdown is Roach fight for sure. Yeah, it would have been a Roach fight if they would have scored that knockdown. But like, Ramirez, I understand what you're saying though. Like, Tank name is big, so they're not gonna give a decision over him. Like, now let's talk about the guys they would give a decision over Tank: Shakur Stevens, Devin Haney, Teal, Vasily Lomachenko. All those guys the Tank would not fight. They would get a decision over Tank. Y'all be hyping up these nobodies to save Tank legacy. Yeah. The judge is supposed. That's what I thought too. Imaginary version, like the judges was gonna, can call it a knockdown. Shakur always been with big promoters. No, I think what's called been with Al for a while though. Lamont Roach. Okay. He literally signed with Eddie with no lightweights in their roster. Eddie does have a lightweight. He has Andy Cruz. Is I'm wrong about that, Ramirez? Eddie does have a lightweight. He has Andy Cruz. Is that a lie? No, Eubank. I would have killed Eubank. Eubank smacked me with an egg in my face. Talking about some. Oh, that's because you see it. But Conor Ben did say no elite rosters. I mean, everybody swear Andy Cruz is elite because he beat Keyshawn Davis in the amateur. So I mean, I'm just Yeah, facts. I'm knocking to. I'm coming to his door like housekeeping. Like, yeah, bro, we gotta get that. We gotta get that in. We gotta get that in for sure. Fuck what everybody say. Use your eyes. Amateurs and pros are not the same. Exactly. Keyshawn feel he would knock Andy out because of power. Hold on. Before you say anything else, Ramirez, I acknowledge that the amateurs and the pros are different because Tank beat Lamont Roach in the amateurs. We saw what happened in the pros. Two different things. I already know that. It's no headgear, 8-ounce gloves. I know that already. But a lot of Andy Cruz fans are holding on to that amateur Olympic win. A lot of people are holding on to that amateur. Why do people keep? So now it's two different type of amateurs. It's the Olympic amateurs and the junior amateurs. All this shit is amateur, Ramirez. Like, I ain't gonna, you might be from, what part of New York you from? This is exactly what a New York man will do though. They'll talk themselves in circles, and when somebody call them out for this shit, like, oh bro, I'm done, son. I'm done, son. Son, I'm done, son. Okay, that's what I said. Olympic and the amateurs the same. That's what okay, cool. So we on to something. Junior amateurs and Olympics the same. Olympics, they don't fight with headgear on. So I guess you could say it's not, but I can tell, when you get somebody upset, bro, They calling you goofy. Like, bro, I ain't disrespected you at all. But I don't know, bro. A nigga defending a grown man that wear a lace front, that's some New York shit though. And we just keeping it a stat. Like, see, this is sometimes people gonna make me not like Tank, bro, cause like, yeah, like you testing my knowledge, but you really just talking. You making yourself look idiotic. Like, you asking me, you can't test my knowledge. Like 1,200 people actually think I know what I'm talking about. So, you know, the nigga got a lace front. That's a real fact. Nigga had a lace front in his head. Bro, let's talk about somebody else. So I know you really know boxing. Stop talking about Tank and Shakur. We can move on. Let's talk about Let's talk about Rayo and Gary Antoine Russell. Something like that, you know. Now I'm not taking nothing. I just want you to move on from Tank because you say you know boxing, but because that's all you. Facts. This is great content for me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Bro coming with the craziest hot takes ever. Like, what's wrong with Buddy? Like, God, this is crazy. Like, no. We'll keep it solid. We'll keep it solid. Since you from New York, how you feel about the mans who iced Chris Colbert getting beat last night? Since you from New York. How do you feel about the man that iced Chris Colbert getting beat last night? How do you feel about it? And I only said Chris Colbert because he's from New York. Y'all know what fight we really did miss? Because the New York man choked it out. He wasn't as good as he talked like he was. You know, Chris Colbert. We really was supposed to get that Chris Colbert and Chris Stevenson fight. You know, New York City messed it up though. It wasn't Jersey. It was New York City who messed that up. That was more of a moment for Gary. I mean, he lost to a drug cheat. So, now Chris, he lost the first fight. If we keeping it a stack to Rayo, he lost the first fight. In the second fight, he just got iced because he deserved it. But you know, who your all time pound for pound? You just asking me questions, bro. Go watch my channel, bro. I'll tell you all that. You go look at my old videos, bro. He let that lifestyle get to him. He was super all right. And I heard he don't really like to work hard. All right, cool. How do you feel about New York boxing? The only thing I like about I like Hitchison. I like Hitchison a lot. Chris Colbert, he was all right. We chunk the word. We throw the word good around too loosely. He was all right. I knew Chris Colbert. You know, Chris Colbert, he had 1,000 other businesses that he was trying to get started. So I kind of felt like, you know, boxing when he wasn't trying to be boxing for long. Oh yeah. A lot of fans care about the look, you know, the look. My boy with the craziest hot takes ever. Do you think Rayo can bounce back at 140? I don't know. Because Rayo really became champion by beating somebody that was buns anyway. He beat Eastside Cruz to get that scrap. Rayo really can't make 135 anymore, Ramirez. Come on, Ramirez. I thought you was updated on this, bro. You supposed to know Rayo can't make 135 no more, bro. Yeah, Pitbull really a 35, but he moved up. I don't know why he thought. Pitbull just got the scrap because he beat an ass rolling. I guess everybody just ass beating each other, So Rayo just outboxed Pitbull, Pitbull, and then he ran up against a guy that was actually athletic with some skills. That's pretty much why Gary Russell, handily whooped him. It was no knock to Rayo. He just was a little bit, outmatched against Gary Anton Russell. And Gary Anton Russell just didn't get dominated by Alberto Puello. It was split decision, if I'm not mistaken. And Puello was on that shit. So let's not do that. Puello was on that dope. Sabril Matisse versus Gary. It's probably not gonna happen. And I don't know why everybody thinks Sabril Matisse is just so scary. But you knock out a bunch of bums, and then you lose to whatchamacallit. Puello was fighting for PBC. Sabril Matisse. Did I spell his name right? Sabril Matisse lost to my guy from over my Australian guy, Liam Paro. Liam Paro, he just lost to bro, you want me to validate you? Is that what you looking for? He just lost Sabril Matisse. I've never been super high on Sabril Matisse though. Look, who the fuck is these guys? As soon as you get in there with somebody of some type of substance, you lose. So I've never been big on Sabril Matisse. I think Gary Russell can make a run at undisputed at 140. Hitchison is a tough fight for him though. Yeah, I like Hitchison the most. That's probably right now at 40. I like him a lot. Shout out to New York City. One of my New York guys I like. I like Richardson Hitchison. You just talking without bro. Why are you so proven to discredit me? I'm basically ignoring you. Yeah, who did you name that I didn't know? I'm confused. That's why we put you in timeout, Ramirez. What did I say that I didn't know about? Who the fuck is these guys? 16, okay, 16, 23 and 9, 18 and 5, 13 and 7. 5-9, 31-6. He was 28-1, 31-13, 62-8, 23-10. All those fights look like guys on the come up, you know, if we just keep it in the stack, bro. And when he got in there with Paro, he lost, you know. I'm just look, it's right in your face. He's 24-12. He only got what 24 fights. These were, you know, fights in Cuba. Look what, you know, some of these fights were in Cuba, so I can't expect those guys to be high level. You know, so you know, no disrespect to you, but you know, he beat a 13-0 Maxim the dish. He only fought one time since. No, he ain't fought since. That was 2019. Like, how am I supposed to take this serious? I'm not one of those guys you can just say anything to, fool. He's not Cuban. What is Puerto Rican? My bad. It's not a bad record, but it's a tailor-made record. See, everything that glitter isn't gold. Just because I'm 11-0 with one loss, he's 23-1 now. Okay, this might be a talented guy. He fought Red Cash. This might be somebody decent. My Kazakhstanian boy. But everybody else, they're not nobody of, you know, substance. Like, don't see you talking about these other guys. Don't make me show you Tank Davis's resume and show you how many Hispanic cab drivers he beat on. But everybody knows Sabril Matisse isn't nothing. Everybody, he's just when guys like to proclaim themselves as the boogeyman, they never really last long. You know, and he's one of those guys. Oh, he's the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman. Don't talk about that no more. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, no more tank talk. Cool. Let me change my yeah. I just got a good way of letting the tank fans know they be bullshitting. You know. Did Javante Davis Reese? Gosh. How did you guys have the Better Bev Beaver fight scored? Till he make you a believer, Mattia is gonna make me rich. Well, if you bet against him again, and when he fought Leon Paro, I'm pretty sure you didn't make no money that fight. Did you guess he was gonna lose to Leon Paro? You just said you like pressure fighters, bro. So it's you kind of already got you some biasness right there. Like, I had Beaver 8-4. That's kind of nasty. That's kind of wide. 8-4 QT. QT, let me give you a wrench, bro. QT, bro, I'm gonna give you a wrench, bro. I like you, QT. You kind of solid. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like QT, y'all. He kind of on his boxing. I ain't gonna lie. And he's not one of those guys that's just arguing to hear himself argue. You know, don't be like that. You know. How did you guys have Beaver scored? Ooh, hold on. Ramirez, you see this? gosh. You see that, Ramirez? That's a good jab right there. Oh, he got his hand up too. Oh, that's a good jab right there. Matias calls out Hitchison. Silence follows. Who wrote this article? Ken Woods 123. Okay. Cool. This is the eliminator we just talked about. I don't know why. I don't know. If I'm Richardson Hitchison, I'm definitely taking this fight. You know, Ramirez and let me troll him because he's trying to troll me, y'all. Talking about he know boxing, but he just really talking. He just talking shit. He talking about some. I can't talk, so it's gonna look like you're right. Nah, if you was right, I'd say you was right. See, I used to be the same way. I used to be trying to get in folks' comments and talk. I just made my own YouTube. And if you actually know what you're talking about, you'll build a nice fan base. You know? If you know what you're talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, I wouldn't suggest you to make a YouTube. You know? But I kind of made it because I'm kind of, spot on what I be talking about. Lead, yeah. If I'm Hitchison, I'm taking this fight. I just don't get it. Like, it ain't really did nothing to scare me away from. Appreciate their wrench. Yeah, I had to get you right. I had to get you right, QT. You actually one of the smarter ones, You look like you don't hold any biasness. I don't want anybody biased to be a mod in my lives. If you unbiased, I can trust you being a mod. Ramirez, I was thinking about getting on one. He just, once he told me he was a pressure fighter, then he liked pressure fighters, then Cause one thing I've learned, and I can put the chat on game. Nothing's gonna make nobody upset if you're wrong. If I was wrong and I was spreading out wrong knowledge, when nobody get in here, you wouldn't even come talk. Like, if I was just sitting here giving out wrong information, people wouldn't even get in my lives. Like, I'm rarely new on YouTube as far as getting out here. But if I was wrong, people wouldn't hop in my lives and comment. I only people that's like that are people that don't want to tell me I'm right. You want to just argue with me. You want to argue with me. You want to just argue with me. That's a female trait. And that's why I'm not shocked, Ramirez is from New York. New York men, they like to argue and they want to get the last word. They them type of niggas. They get in the interrogation room and do the same thing. They just want to talk. Hey, that's just this New York man for you. They want to get in the room and talk. You can't. Have you ever said a New York man tell you he was wrong? That's just something up north. They just talkers up there. That's their thing. But we about to get up out of here. I done been on here for 2 hours and a half. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. Ramirez, we're gonna find Ramirez and see what's up with him. Because he's a funny guy. But shout out to y'all for pulling up. I love you guys so much, man. We've been on for 2 hours and a half. I might go live later on tonight. Who knows? I'm gonna drop some content maybe. I love you guys so much. Shout out to y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all like the live, like this video. I'm gonna have this live up for you guys in a second. I love you guys so much, so much, so much. I'm out.